Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum people, this is your boy Car Kid, and today I'm going to show you this beautiful Range Rover Vogue 2019. So while talking about the shape, the Range Rover Vogue changed its shape from 2012, and from 2012 till now, the present, it got the same shape but with refined some of the new things like lights, grille, the body and many other things that we are going to talk now. So this shape, the code name of this shape is L405. There is a code name of every car, and this is the code name of this Range Rover Vogue. Let's start from the engine first. This car got 5.0 liters supercharged engine and it produces 520 horsepower. This car can run 0 to 100 in 5.4 seconds. Let's move on to the shape. This car got a very nice refined shape, new shape with the new matrix LED lighting enabling the DRL. You got a DRL lighting, daytime running light, and you got a system that is called ADB, adaptive driving beam system. What is that? When you're driving at night and you're just going into the dark places, the car itself show you like a long way beam but without dazzling onto the other cars. Like, this is a very nice technology. The side shape, it's almost from 2012 it's the same shape, but you got a 21-inch wheels, Land Rover wheels. The thing here I want to show you is when you see the logos front, it's written Range Rover, backside Range Rover, but on the tires you see Land Rover. So guys, when you move on to the rail lights of this Range Rover, it got a very nice rail lights, and the best thing is now the lights are switched on and you can see this all is red, but when you indicate the car left or right, it seems like this, the red thing gets orange. So this is something very good. And when you move on to the tailgate of the car, the best thing here is you can see a camera over here. Okay, you got a camera, and this thing here is a washer. Actually you can wash your camera, and you got a button inside, just push it, this thing will spray water on the camera and your camera will get washed. And how you open the tailgate, this Range Rover has a very nice tailgate. How is that? You saw SUVs and you got like push buttons open. This thing is also the same, but how it's different, let me show you. When you push it, it opens like that, but this tailgate has two parts, like one, the upper part and the lower part. So how you open the lower part, there is a button over here. There is a button over here, you just press it like that and the lower part will open itself. Okay, and when you want to close it, you don't have to push this button first and then that one. Just press the upper thing here and this tailgate will close like that. So guys, you got a very nice thing in the trunk here. Whenever you want to keep something in the trunk and you just bring something and it's too high, so you got buttons here. Come on closer and see, you got buttons here. You can press this button to lower the height of the car. Just see the height, it's decreasing. Okay, and you can keep the stuff in the trunk. So guys, the best options here is you got some buttons to move the seats. These seats are automatic. You can fold the seats with these buttons instead of you have to just pull the buttons and push the seats in front. No, you just have to push this thing and have a look. First of all, the driver seat will go front because of the space, and then the back seat will fold. This is something very good. And you can press it back to come up like that. So these are automatic seats. Let's move on into this Range Rover and find out the other options. Let me show you everything here. Let's start from the doors. You got this door and you got a Mercedes type seat buttons. You can see this. You can adjust the seats by pressing these buttons, and every single part of the seat is of different button. Like this is of different section, this is of different section, this is of the headrest section, and this is the back section. So this is something cool. You got different positions on the seats and very nice looking door, very nice looking interior. This is called the Helios, like it's a kind of a white, but it's not beige. So it has a very nice interior. And let me show you a thing. First of all, when you move inside, you don't see any gear selector in this Range Rover, and the gear selector is hidden here. Have a look. When I'll start the car like that, the gear selector will rise up like that, and you can switch the gears like that, rotating this gear selector. You just have to see one thing. This is a soft closing door. When you put the door like that, you don't have to slam it, it will close automatically. So you got a pad over here on this door, and you can select the mirror settings here, and you can close it like that. You can open it by just touching this pad. You got one more thing here. This thing is called a child lock. You don't have to go back and you have to put the child lock on the doors. You just have to push this button here and the mirrors will be locked, and you got a child lock. That's a rhyme. Okay, you got one more option here. When you are getting out of the car and the car is too high, so you have a button over here. Just have a look here. You got a button, just press this thing here, the car will get little bit down and you can move down easily. So you got touch pads on the rear doors as well, and you got very good options. What is that? Have a look here. You can see this arrow, it's on the right, so you have to just push the button and the right window will go down. You can control both the windows when you press this thing, okay, and you press this button like that, both sides will go down and up as well. Okay, moving on to the next thing on the pad is you got a light and you got a book here. When you want to read a book, you just press this thing and you will see this light. I don't know the lights for the books and the laptop, and it's a different thing, but anyways, you got a light. And the next thing here is a laptop. When you want to use a laptop, you can press this thing and this thing will get little brighter. Okay, and you got a button here. You can touch this thing and you can move the sunshade of sunroof with this button here. Have a look. You can open and you can close like that. Anyways, okay, the next thing is whenever you are sitting at the back and you got a phone call, you have to tell your friend that decrease the volume or close the stereo and anything. You have this button here, it's showing to mute the volume, so just press it, mute it and enjoy. You got an option, you can control the lights from here as well. This is a touchpad on the lights. Have a look. So guys, when you switch on the car, you got a very nice gauge cluster here. You got two big screens here, and this is like for controlling the climate, the temperature, and some settings here for the climate and all this. And this screen is the infotainment screen. The best thing I want to show you in this screen is when you go to settings, okay, most of the time when you drive on the daytime and there's a shade of sun or something like that, you can adjust the angle of the screen with this, like, okay, this is something cool. You can adjust it like that, screen angle. And this is the brightness. You can increase or decrease the brightness. I want to show you the climate control. This is the climate control here. When you press on the climate, this is switched off, switch it on. Okay, you got different positions of the air vents, where you need the air and how you need the air. How means you can go to the settings, you can go to the climate, and you can go airflow. So you got an interesting option here is soft and quiet, you will not hear anything, and you got second balanced and comfort, and you got powerful and fast. So some cool settings here. You got this seat setting, you got a massage setting here. This is a massage. Wherever you want a massage, you can select up, down, shoulder, lumbar, and this is something amazing. And this is vehicle. You got different modes in this. You got eco mode, you got snow mode, you got mud mode, sand mode, and finally rock mode. So there's different modes in this thing. Okay, have a look at this button here. When you press this thing, actually the adjustment here, you can see the red and blue light, it is not in the button, it's on the screen inside. Have a look here. When I press this thing to adjust, it shows like that. See, it's in the screen. So this is the technology. This is good. This is amazing. So guys, when you move on to the infotainment screen here, you got many options. You got eco, data, camera, contacts, and you got also the ambient light here. So you can press it and you can select the ambient light, whatever you want. Have a look if you can show the changing of the ambient light. When you select red, orange, and like that. On the infotainment screen, you got very good options for camera setting. When you press here for the camera, you can see different views, and you can select. You got a 360 camera as well. You got 360 camera. Okay, you can see it like that. You have different options what you want to see, like this view. This is a rear view. This is side views from front, and this is side view. This is the best thing. If you rotate the tire, have a look here. When you go left or right, it shows you. When you sometimes you do park cars and you don't know how much space is left on the right or on the left, so you can press this camera setting and you can park the car easily. This is very nice. On the steering, you got different buttons to control everything. You got a Triptronic gear setting here, and you got this thing here. You can see this is a touchpad and a buttons as well on this side as well and this side as well. Okay, so when you press, this is the menu. You can see a menu. You can press this thing and it will change into OK. So it's not written up, it's inside these buttons, and you can select have a look there. You can select by also touching this thing and pressing this thing. This is a pad also and buttons as well. And guys, here the best thing is through this touchpad and buttons you can change your this gauge cluster screen. When you go into the display settings, you can go into the display layout and you can change into, now you can see 2 dials. You can change into 1 dial here like that, and this is amazing. Okay, and you can go to maps also. If you want this whole screen to be a map, you can select like that and it will show you map like that. And guys, you got a head-up display here. When you'll drive the car, it shows you in front of your screen. You can see here, this is the head-up screen. So guys, let's go for a drive of this Range Rover and find out how it feels. And first of all, keep in your mind, whenever you're sitting behind any steering wheel of a Range Rover, you should know that the Range Rover is a name of sport, luxury, comfort, quiet, silent, and excellent. So this car is like, it's amazing. Like everything you got in the car when you're driving, it's smooth, it's quiet, it's silent, it has all the options. You got a comfortable seats, you got a smooth ride, and beside all these things, you got power. You got a supercharge in an SUV, which is coming like in the world's best SUVs. Of course, the car has power, but it's not like a sports car, but it got a supercharge, so it has power. Being this big car, it runs very fast. When I pull this thing, like you see, you can feel a little bit, but it got power. So this is best thing you can get in any SUV, with the comfort, with the silence, and with the luxury. And if you're thinking to buy one SUV with everything, you should go for a Range Rover Vogue. And guys, the starting price of this Range Rover is $116,726. It increases with the options, like you got a long wheelbase, it will be more. You got a Vogue SE, it will be more supercharged, and you got many options. So it starts from $116,726. Hope you would enjoy the video. Do subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos. Peace out.